Jamie Carbone!
Hey everyone, a little bit about me up top. I am queer. I am a queer human being. And what that means for me is that I am attracted to personalities over physical bodies. So that means I'm potentially attracted to everyone. You know, men, women, non-binary people. In middle school, I dated an anime. That's who I am. And I prefer the term queer. That is my chosen term. I don't like bisexual because I think like it's too limiting. And I don't like pansexual because I do look like the kind of person who would try and fuck a Pizza Hut. So I stick with queer. I had my first queer realization when I was 10 years old. And I was sitting next to my grandmother at the movie theaters as we watched the movie Mulan. And it was the scene where Shang, the Chinese general, takes his shirt off. And I said to my 70-year-old grandmother, yes, please let him make a man out of me. That said, I never officially came out to my family. That's true. I say officially because what happened was a couple years ago on National Coming Out Day on Facebook, I just posted, I'm queer. And my dad, Facebook Wow, reacted to that. So, as far as I'm concerned, the conversation is done. Like if I needed a protest sign, it would read, I'm here, I'm queer, I do not want Thanksgiving to be weird. I moved here from Chicago. I used to live in Chicago for a while. Oh, hell yeah. I'm not from there either because nobody is. Anyway, I lived in Chicago, and now when I tell people that, a lot of people have never been, they kind of react like it's this unsafe place, like it's like a lot of war or gang crime and stuff like that. And that, I lived there 5 years and never once felt in danger or threatened. That said, while waiting for the train once, I did get casually mugged. And I say casually mugged because what happened was I was standing there and this guy sees my watch and he comes up to me and he says, hey man, is that one of those iWatches? Is that one of those Apple Watches? Let me see that. Let me get at that. And instead of just like walking away or ignoring him, just kind of on autopilot, I went, nah man, it's actually a Fitbit. And he scanned my body with his eyes like creeps would do to women in movies from the 80s and said, nah man, you look like you need that. I'm gonna let you keep that. And then we waited for the train together. Like a lot of fat nerds, I think video games are art. I do. I think anything that makes you feel is art. And video games have made me feel every emotion. You know, they made me feel happy, they made me feel angry, they made me feel sad. But maybe they made me feel a little too sad because around this time, a couple years ago, I beat a video game that's ending depressed me so much, I did not leave my home for 72 hours. And I felt y'all care less about me as I said those words. Which, like, I get. I totally understand that. Do you guys know how much respect society would lose for Ernest Hemingway if his suicide note ended with, P.S. Donkey Kong Country is too hard. That said, video games have never made me want to cause self-harm. I love them. They've been very kind to me. The people I play video games with online have only made me want to. I was playing this game Halo a few years ago. You guys know Halo? I was put together with a random team of strangers to try and win this game, and I give this team some advice, and this guy hears my voice, this person I've never met hears my voice and says, and I quote, yo, that lady sounds like she's drowning in SpaghettiOs. And I think about this man every day, so. I do love video games though. Video games have done a lot for me. Like video games gave me my first ever role model in like popular media, you know, like Mario, because we just have a lot in common. You know, we're both chubby Italian guys. We both do a lot of parkour in our free time, so. I just want to give like a quick shout out to the nation of Japan for making Mario a thing, because there is no way an American company ever would have made those games. It would have been like, all right, Tom, what ideas do you have for us this week? All right, do you remember that plumber we had fight that gorilla in that abandoned construction yard? What if we put him in a magic kingdom where he had to fight an army of turtles to rescue a princess? I don't know. All right, what if we had that plumber get all of his friends together and they went go-karting? I do love video games. I love a lot of things. But I used to have super level esteem, but now I'm at this point where I'm a fat narcissist, which I think is more impressive. Thank you. That's the first time it's ever gotten applause. Thank you. I don't know, like, here's the thing. I used to have super low self-esteem, and then a couple years ago, I went to my high school reunion, and everyone's kind of starting to look like me, like they're losing their hair and they're gaining weight, and I've realized that I'm fat handsome. Like, do y'all know Fat Handsome? Like, Josh Gad or James Corden or Pumbaa from The Lion King, Fat Handsome. It's way easier to live this way. Like, I don't have to go to the gym or waste money on expensive haircuts. I can just eat a whole pizza and have eyes that look like a storm on the ocean. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to dating, genetically, Wizard Eyes is the way to go. Do y'all know how many people want to make out with a middle-aged Harry Potter? Some. Thank you guys, I'm Jamie Carbone.